Speaking of goals, now hasn't done it for the senior national team yet, but if you go back to that 2020 Under-20 CONCACAF Championship, yeah, she dropped a cool 9 goals in that. So Trinity Rodman proving that she can do it at the youth international level for the United States as well. And we're super excited to have her join us here on Futbol Americas, the 19-year-old who is U.S. Soccer's Young Female Player of the Year. Trinity, what are you feeling in this moment? What does this award mean to you?
Oh my gosh, this award means the world to me. I'm so grateful and blessed that I even had the opportunity to play as much as I did this season, never mind achieve almost every goal that I set for myself this year. I don't know. It's crazy to see the amount of the people that I looked up to who have won this award, and to be categorized with them now is insane, and I'm just so grateful.
Trinity, congratulations, first off. This is your first year as a professional athlete. What was that year like? What was that transition like for you?
I definitely have to say it was hard in the beginning. It was definitely a wake-up call. I didn't know what to expect, obviously, but yeah, I had a rough start just with confidence and stuff. And I think being around the senior players, being around people who've had so much international professional experience, I learned so much. And honestly, the ride, it was amazing. And I improved every single game, which was like my favorite part of it all.
Trinity, let's talk about this season, because there were moments where it felt like something almost out of a Hollywood script for the Washington Spirit. You guys were one of 5 teams that saw your coach dismissed amid allegations of abuse. You also had a dispute between your owners. You go into the playoffs, at least in the semifinals, as a pretty serious underdog. Like, how did you guys overcome all that to win the NWSL title?
I think the biggest thing was us getting closer off the field and using soccer as our outlet from all the drama behind the scenes, because no player should have to deal with it, never mind people that are new in the league like that. I never expected any of this to happen, but I think the relationships we built and how close we got off the field made it easier for us to be there for each other on the field. And I think we just wanted it so bad because we're kind of like a family and we're sisters now. So I think I don't know. It was definitely hard, but everybody was there for each other every step of the way. And I think it was pretty obvious seeing how well our team improved throughout the whole season and then getting the championship.
Trinity, let's talk about the senior national team. It's pretty difficult not to talk about it with your progression. We're coming up on a World Cup year. I mean, how much of a priority is that to you? How close do you think you are to breaking through to that level?
Hopefully soon. That's also obviously my biggest goal, is to just get one camp in, make a roster for like anything. I mean, just to be in with those players would be crazy insane to me. Yeah, obviously my biggest goal is to make the roster for a World Cup, but we don't know what the future will hold. I'm just kind of getting myself prepared, making sure I stay fit through off season, and hopefully get an invite soon.
And we did an interview for ESPN on the digital side, and we talked about, and I remember you were still, like, even in the moving process, I think, still packing up your boxes and stuff. And one of the things that stood out to me from that interview is you talked about kind of creating your own legacy as a professional athlete, and your goals to do that kind of independent of what your father had done. Here in year 1, you are the NWSL Rookie of the Year. You're having all this success. You've won this award. Do you feel like you've accomplished that?
Yeah, it's just crazy how much has happened. Like, it still doesn't even feel real to me. Yeah, obviously in the beginning, I had no idea what awards I was going to win, what goals I was going to set for myself, what goals I was going to achieve. But yeah, definitely my mindset was kind of creating my own path, being so young, being Dennis Rodman's daughter, playing soccer, not basketball. I think there was so many factors that I wanted to make my own and show younger players that I could do it, and also myself. But yeah, I don't know. This year was crazy, and I couldn't be more thankful for what I achieved.
How about this, Herc? She actually led the U.S. women's national team in all of 2021 in minutes played, doing so from a variety of positions in midfield. And exciting for us, she joins us now here on Futbol Americas. Lindsey Horan of the U.S. women's national team and the Portland Thorns. Lindsey, congratulations. Welcome to the show. All that good stuff. I know it has been an incredibly long year. What does this award mean for you, not just at the end of 2021, but specifically at this juncture of your career?
Man, yeah, when I got the call, it was a little surreal to me. I'm pretty sure I got pretty emotional with our media guy, but this award means everything, especially when you look at the nominees across the board, and especially Carly going out on her last year. I'm so grateful. I feel so honored. And yeah, this is very, very meaningful for me.
Lindsey, first off, congratulations. As Seb mentioned, you led the team in minutes played. You did it as an 8. You did it as a 10. You even played a new position as a 6. That is insane to me. Somebody who's played multiple positions in the field to think you can go as a forward, offensive-minded player, all of a sudden to be, I'm going to be a 6 now, and my job is going to be this. How big of a challenge was that for you?
Yeah, it's always a little bit challenging, but I think for myself, I've always been a footballer and just, trying to be as versatile as possible. I was a 9 and kind of a 7-11 back in the day with PSG. So throwing me into the 6, yeah, it's a little bit more complicated because you kind of need to keep me home, and I don't like being put on a leash a little bit, but I enjoyed it still.
It's interesting you mentioned the time at PSG, because I don't know if everybody knows, Lindsey, the story of your career. You essentially go high school to pros. Before that was something we were really seeing a lot of in the women's game. I wonder how that time at PSG maybe impacted your career, and if you feel like you're a trendsetter in any way, because you really were one of the first.
Yeah, I think that's a cool thing to kind of share with everyone, and obviously people know my story, but I think it gave me a different kind of experience than most get in college. It was kind of my route, and I, dedicate so much to my time there and what it prepared me for, and especially prepared me for in the national team world. So yeah, I'm very, very thankful that I made that decision.
Lindsey, this was an Olympic year. Kind of a strange year, even though you guys won the bronze at the Olympics. You guys only won 2 out of the 6 games. When you look back, what are the biggest takeaways of the summer for you?
Oh, man, the football world is changing. Teams are getting better and better, and we need to continue to get better. I think, obviously, we all look back on our time in the Olympics and knew we could have done more, and our mentality wasn't quite there. And obviously, winning the bronze medal is incredible, and nothing taken away from that. But, we're the U.S. women's national team, and we always want more, and we want the gold. And now it's, reflecting on that and what more can be done, and what do we need to do to get back on that podium and have a gold medal.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.